Brandon Saller from Highwater.
Great. So this is the start of Uproar. Today is the first day.
First day, yeah.
So what are your expectations for the tour?
I mean, for us, this is really our first tour as Highwater. So for us, we're just excited to get to, one, be out with such a great group of bands, two, be out with a bunch of our friends that we've made throughout the years, and three, just play our brand new record to a lot of people. You know, I feel like tours like this, people are really hungry and eager to find new music, and that's what they're here for. So it's gonna be great.
How'd this night go over today?
It was incredible. It was incredible. First day, you know, there's always those jitters and hiccups and stuff. There didn't really seem to be very many today. It was smooth sailing, and it was really great. Crowd was awesome. New Jersey is always awesome.
And I know the album just recently came out, and you guys also posted lyrics on your website. So were there a lot of people who were like?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, like I just said, the album just came out, 2 weeks ago. So it was cool, like picking out kids in the crowd that knew certain songs, and certain kids are getting excited for certain songs. You know, so it's really really great to see that. You know.
Yeah. So how do you mentally prepare yourself? Saying today is the first day, and it goes all the way through halfway through October. How do you prepare yourself for that?
Well, I mean, me and all of us, really, I mean, this is what we love to do. And I feel like the half hour, 20 minutes that we're on stage on this tour is kind of the exciting part, you know what I mean? So for all of us, it's more just nerves. We're anxious to get out there and do it and excited. So mentally preparing, it's just more so, it's like falling asleep the night before Christmas, you know what I mean? That's the same way you mentally prepare for that, you know?
Yeah, so can we talk about the new album?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Begin Again, which is a great name. It has a great sort of message behind it as well.
Yeah.
Also, I think it kind of goes along with Highwater, the title of it. Can you talk about the title of it?
Yeah, Begin Again actually came about, it's a lyric in one of the songs, Crash and Burn. And it almost wasn't. It was like a very fluke kind of we were singing through it and there was a gap there. And I just said Begin Again randomly. And it fit perfectly with the song, and then that kind of idea of the fact that all of us come from different bands, and all bands that were kind of tailing down or toning down or phasing out, everyone was kind of in that same situation. So for all of us, this band is a new start, and it's a brand new beginning for all of us as musicians, and doing a brand new band. All of us have known each other for 6 months, so we're all new friends and new families, and so it just seemed appropriate. We all have the exact same kind of vision, and this band for us is the exact same thing. You know, it all means the same thing to all of us. So it seemed appropriate that Begin Again be perfect. You know.
So how was it melding all of your different musicianship together for the album?
It was great. I mean, I had written about 9 songs of the album by myself, and then when it became a little more serious, and I realized that I wanted to get a permanent band together, I found the guys, and it was all just through word of mouth, and the chemistry was uncanny. It was confusing almost, that we got together and every little thing we agreed on, and our musical tastes were the same, and even the obscure stuff, we're a rock and roll band, but every one of us is into metal too, and the same bands and the same things, and so it was very quickly very family-like. And even to our wives and girlfriends, everyone just stuck together, and it was meant to be, you know. So it was really cool, especially. And the same was with getting in the studio with these guys and writing songs, and that can be a difficult and frustrating thing. But it was the kind of same way where it was, we all had the same vision and the same goals, so it was very easy and kind of refreshing.
I think possibly one of my favorite songs on the album is When the Morning Comes.
Oh, awesome.
So could you talk a little bit about that song?
Yeah, I mean, that song is, obviously every song that it's written is from some form of personal experience. That song really translates, I think, to the whole world for the last, few years. And everyone in the world is struggling, and everyone in the world is just kind of trying to get by. And that song is just kind of a message to kind of step back and take a look at everything you have going, and no matter how hard you're working or how bad the struggle is, or if you got 20 cents in your pocket or $20,000 in your pocket, it's take every day for what it is, do the best you can, and tomorrow's a new day kind of thing. So that's the kind of message of that song.
great. And I know you also worked with Billy Martin of Good Charlotte on a Muppets cover.
Yeah, it came out yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that? That's a little bit of an interesting cover.
It is. I got the opportunity about 1.5 years ago for the Muppets record, and me and Billy have been friends for years, and he's a huge Muppets fan. So I picked the song, and it was obvious. There was like, who can I collaborate with someone? And they were like, yeah, no problem. So Billy was really into it, and we picked Nightlife, and it was just really fun to get. We've been friends for a while. We never got to work together musically, so it was really cool to get in the studio with him and just have a totally fun approach on the song. There's not a serious moment on that song, nor is there really on that whole album. But it's like getting in the studio and just bringing out the kid in you was a lot of fun. So and it turned into something way bigger than I thought. I mean, they went by at like Starbucks and stuff like that. So it's kind of insane. So it's great to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a great lineup too as well. A lot of huge, amazing bands. Weezer and Haley Williams and My Morning Jacket and Alkaline Trio. So it's awesome.
Everyone's a Muppets fan.
Exactly. Exactly.
So obviously you've been collaborating with a lot of different, people. How about this tour? Like, are there any bands in particular that you're really excited to catch?
Yeah, I mean, always excited to see the Avengers guys. I mean, for us, it's like home away from home because we live in the same town and we're friends. So being on tour with them is just like taking the whole on the road. So that's always great. The Bullet guys are friends of ours as well. So I mean, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And some of the guys at Black Tide. This tour is kind of an overwhelmingly amount of friends in this tour, which is cool because it's like there's no weirdness. It's just you go and hang out and have fun the whole time. So it's good.
Yeah. Now, because you all come from different bands in Highwater, how does it compare to being in like a trio or?
It's totally different. I mean, it's a completely new group of guys, obviously, but I feel like we all, in every single band, there's 5 very different personalities. It's rare, I think, for those people to all want the same thing. Very rare. So in this band, I feel like we're kind of a strange few who are like that. So it's been really different just in the fact that there's no like question marks. It's all just like I don't have to ask questions because I know the answer's going to be yes kind of thing, So it's cool. That's kind of the main difference. And not saying that not being that way is a negative thing because I feel that like 99% of bands are that way, and that makes sense. But it's definitely a different thing finding people that just want the exact same thing.
Yeah. So we're Pop Culture Madness. Pop culture.
Perfect.
Is there any particular aspect of pop culture that you just can't get enough of, or maybe something you can't get away from soon enough?
I can't get away from the whole like reality star thing quickly enough. I feel like too many people get paid for being on TV.
Absolutely.
Like, there's all those things where it's like, these people are famous, they make millions of dollars, and it's like, but what do you do? And it's like, oh, we have like clothing lines and this and that. And it's like, well, your parents are rich, so that's why you were able to do all that. Like, what are you talented at?
Yeah.
And so I can't really get away from that enough. And my wife actually has a clothing company called God Save Rock and Roll, and the whole basis of the company is the fact that people like MTV used to go watch MTV, and you'd watch music videos because you went to it for music, because it's called music television. Now, you'd be hard pressed to find a video during the day
like
at all.
Media television now.
It's garbage,
so it's
garbage
awful.
television. So it's the kind of thing where it's just like that whole sense of like false fame, and kids look up to it, and kids want to be these figures that mean nothing.
Yeah.
So
did you hear like people are comparing the Kim Kardashian wedding to like the royal wedding?
that's stupid.
I was like, what?
It's dumb. I mean, I thought I'm the same way. It's like, oh, the royal wedding, like that's cool. I get it, the king and queen. Like I could give a fuck about all the coverage and what dress she wore. Like I don't feel that's really important.
Every little girl
like
wants to be a princess, and that's why they watch that.
And it's the same thing. It's like I'm a guy, so that's just not. But I mean, it's like Kim Kardashian's like what? She's just rich. That's it. Like
Like the epitome of
you're gonna
what
go
they
find some like rich, Wall Street CEO and make a show about him too. Like I don't get it. So, I can't get away from that kind of stuff.
How about anything you're loving these days? Any movies, TV shows, anything like that?
Loving any rom-com that comes out. TV shows are good too. Boardwalk Empire, I'm excited about coming out. Sons of Anarchy, True Blood.
True Blood. Good choice.
Yeah, I mean, we're not like huge TV. But we have our select shows. I'm like a Food Network, HGTV kind of guy. So as far as that goes, yeah, Sons of Anarchy. We're gonna miss the premiere, so sneak on someone's bus that has came over and watch the premiere.
Should have brought the screeners.
I know.
Should have brought them. We got.
Get it. Yeah. So how do you guys pass time on the road?
I mean, this is day one. We just got the TV hooked up yesterday, so I mean, we can watch movies and play video games and stuff like that. But we just hang out. You know, it's like when you're like in high school and your activity is go hang out with your friends. Like we get to do that all the time. So we just hang out, have some drinks, and be people. You know, be regular people hanging out. You know.
And I know you said that you know these guys so well already, but it was just a few months ago that you all came together. So are you still like, when you're hanging out, are you like surprised at some things that like
no, I mean,
you learned about them?
Everyone really kind of just opened the floodgates like day 2. You know, we had some really like interesting situations like right off the bat, but it was like we know exactly everyone's personality. We know how they act when they're mad. We know how they act when they're frustrated. We know what to do, you know, and not do to make them act those ways. We know how to make them feel better. You know, like we know, like certain people are good at night, certain people are good in the morning. You know, it's like it got figured out very fast because we did spend a lot of time together right off the bat. I met everyone, and within 2 weeks we were on tour. So within 2 weeks of meeting each other, we were on the road in a bus, playing around, hanging out every morning. So you get to know people real fast. But like I said, it's become more of a family than anything. So it's the kind of thing too, where everyone has their own. Everyone has done this before. Everyone's been in a band. Everyone's done this whole thing. Everyone also comes from families that are very kind of open and understanding. So if someone pisses you off, you can just be like, "Hey, like, fuck you, that sucked," and then you get over it. You know, it's not like so it's easy. It's fun.
Very well. How about after Uproar? What does the rest of the year have for you?
We're filling up the rest of the year now. Nothing. We can't announce anything yet, but we will definitely be on tour. We'll probably be home for a few weeks and then be on tour for most of November and December. Take Christmas off, and then head back out again early next year. So we're going to be as busy as the public will let us be.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thanks so much for chatting with me
Perfect.
today.
Yeah, no problem.
Have fun at Uproar.
Thank you. Awesome. You guys too.